What it do, homies? We got some new FabvL. This time we're checking out his Angel Dust song, Good Ones Go to Heaven, and it's produced by the mighty Bloom Guns. Bloom Guns. Let's go ahead, shut up, and turn it up. Before you jump into that, love that little tape sound effect, right? To give you that sense of we playing in the cassette and you can hear sort of the artifacts in the background, and then you go further to add in the kind of chopped and distortion things to make it sound like we're listening to a tale or a song that could be as old as time, but it's repetitive given the glitching and everything. The artifacts mean, yeah, it's okay. That came out of nowhere. Hold on.
Beat me till I'm black and blue. Look me in the eyes. Fill me with your poison. You've been feeding me your lies. I'm addicted to the pain, and I don't think I'll be giving it up. You can't erase my past, erase my sins. I've been through hell and back, and no one wins. Just when you thought you had it all, nobody cared, and nobody's there to hold you. When redemption calls, I fear my wings will lose the feathers. Only the good ones go to heaven. Walking the great white halls. If only we could have been together. But only the good ones go to heaven.
I gotta rewind back to when it started, like right here, because there's some stuff that I gotta talk about here real quick. But first off, DMB, bro. What is going on in the nerdcore scene? We are getting more DMB and I love it. And this isn't your type of like aggressive and everything. This is, I would classify this as kind of like somewhere along the lines of summer DMB or like vibrant DMB, right? Where it's got the feel goods and everything, but given the context, like I know a lot about Angel Dust. I've seen all of the season 1 Hazbin Hotel, approach the pilot and what's on Prime Video and everything. So I do understand the context, and I'm definitely going to be looking for a little bit more deeper meanings in here, because it's definitely probably going to be more like an inspired song than it is that's just about Angel Dust. You know what I mean? But as far as the vibes, the bass that we hear in the background, come on now.
You've been feeding me your lies. I'm addicted to the pain, and I don't think I'll be giving it up.
This right here, I'm addicted to the pain, but I don't think I'm going to be giving it up, right? You experience pain, then eventually that kind of turns into what you would mean like a coping mechanism, because it's either this or you start facing with like the reality. You know what I mean? That pain. And that's just addiction, period. You know what I mean? Some of us turn to it because of something else, right? To block out something. And you know it's painful. You know it's harmful. But like I said, you're not going to give it up because the opposite is not what we're wanting, right? We don't want what we're using that to escape from.
You've been feeding me your lies. I'm addicted to the pain, and I don't think I'll be giving it up. You can't erase my past, erase my sins. I've been through hell and back, and no one wins.
That's what I wanted to point out. The way that he's saying erase, you can't erase my and the intention in there. You can't erase. Like everything I'm saying right now, you need to hear, but I really am going to put some emphasis on this erase, because I feel like you're just trying to discount everything that I'm saying here.
My past, erase my sins. I've been through hell and back, and no one wins. Just when you thought you had it all, nobody cared, and nobody's there to hold you. When redemption calls, I fear my wings will lose the feathers. Only the good ones go to heaven.
The cool thing that he said about this, he said, when redemption calls, he feels as though his wings will lose his feathers. The interesting thing there is that he has wings, right? So insinuating that he was good, right? Good ones go to heaven. Sometimes in order to have that title, like to say good ones go to heaven, the only time you will know that is if you experience what it was like to kind of like be bad, like what's night without day. So Started off with the wings, started off good. We know what we need to do, but we can't get there. I once had my wings, I once had my salvation, and now it's gone. And he didn't say he lose his wings, he just said he lose his feathers, which further points to the possibility of redemption. Didn't lose his wings. My wings will lose its feathers, but you didn't lose your entire wings.
We'll lose the feathers, only the good ones go to heaven. Walking the great white halls, if only we could have been together. But only the good ones go to heaven.
Damn, that bass going crazy. This little balloon and everything, Jib, I know you're the one that did this video. Your vision is crazy. It really is. Like the whole storyboarding, how you supposed to, I know it's got to be hard work, right? When somebody presents a song and you got to kind of just storyboard how it's supposed to look. And then you continue to keep trying to one-up yourself every now and then, again. Shout out to all the AMV editors because they really, really do help bring a song alive. Sometimes, anytime I'm listening to the song from just the audio only, I got the visuals in my head. Sometimes I wonder, like, would I feel the same if I didn't have the AMV? I love that. So it's a union. It's a marriage.
Yeah. I drink until I'm blacked out every single night. Pop another pill just to try to feel alright. I'm addicted to the pain and I don't think I'll be giving it up. I wanna tell God that I really am sorry. I don't know why I can't get on track again. Feel like my chance just came and went, and I don't know myself. So when redemption calls, I feel my wings will lose the feathers.
I like what he said right here.
Drink until I'm blacked out every single night.
Not this part right
Pop
here, but
another pill just to try to feel alright.
Just going into the details of you trying to kind of get away, right? More talking about being addicted to the pain. Sorry, that's my kid y'all hearing. Y'all just ignore him.
Addicted to the pain and I don't think I'll be giving it up. I wanna tell God that I really am sorry. I don't know why I can't get on track again.
Yeah, so he's saying, okay, give me a second. I gotta go deal with my kid.
Feel like
Be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. As it turns out, I could not ignore that. He was sitting here crying because his nightlight went out. But hey, that's what it's like being a parent. Let's get right back to this. I lost my train of thought, but I'm gonna get back on it.
I wanna tell God that I really am sorry. I don't know why I can't get on track again.
Okay, that's where I was at, where he said, I want to tell God, but that I really am sorry. The emphasis on I want to tell, right? But he feels like he can't, even though you can. Making it seem like that you don't feel heard, or that even if you will confess your problems, you still don't feel like they will be solved. So you just feel like you're just in this endless hole, like you can't get out of it. There's nothing you can do to help. And as we've seen in the TV show, Husk ended up bonding with Angel, saying, you know what? You are a piece of trash. It's okay. But you're not alone, because I am too. And sometimes that's all people needs to hear. Sometimes people just need a little bit of alignment, a little bit assuring that they're not in this alone.
Feel like my chance just came and went, and I don't know myself. So when redemption calls, I feel my wings will lose the feathers. Only the good ones go to heaven. Walking the great white halls, if only we could have been together. But only the good ones go to heaven.
And you can even hear kind of like the balance. The bass is not like overpowering, but it's there. And then you hear, it's either FabvL's vocals that's running at the top, or some type of really high vocals that kind of give you that indication that we got like heaven and hell. And then and a couple other rhythm sections kind of just dominating, kind of like the middle.
Walking the great white halls, if only we could have been together.
I mean, there is a mid-range, obviously, right? But it's separate right there. I like that. The drum and bass rhythm kind of gives you that sense of just pushing through life.
But only the good ones go to heaven.
He said it was going to be different, and yes, it was.
My whole life was wasted up down. The worst parts I did it to myself. I'm too ashamed to say I need help. No, I need heaven. The worst part of burning in hell is not knowing the reason I fell. I guess I'll never know why only the good ones go to heaven.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Bro, tell me something. I thought he was riding that out to the end. I thought we was riding it out to the end. I was expecting to do some type of suppressed freestyle or something like that, but then he done turned it up. Hold on. Is this what we gonna expect from FabvL? He's just about to start screaming his heart out about whatever subject that he's talking about at the end of every song. What are we doing here?
My whole life was wasted up down. The worst parts I did it to myself.
Right. He said the worst part was that he did it. The worst parts that I did it to myself, and that he's right. That is the worst part, because you feel like you can't shift the blame anywhere, right? That's like one of those things where you have to take accountability for yourself, right? You can't blame it on anybody else, and if you are a stranger to accepting accountability, then yeah, that can come as a big old smack in the face.
Too ashamed to say I need help. No, I need heaven.
That's what I was saying earlier. The ashamedness.
The worst part of burning in hell is not knowing the reason I fell.
So it isn't more that he did it to himself. It's more of a not knowing the reason that I failed, right? Because there's an expected level possibly of falling, especially when it comes to like self-damage, but it becomes a cycle. And sometimes in that cycle, you lose yourself and you fall further than you wanted to, right? And then you just start thinking, when did I get here? It wasn't supposed to be this way.
I guess I'll never know why only the good ones go to heaven.
You'll never know why the good ones go, because you felt like you had things in control. You feel like you're not redeemable, if you will, right? Why? I'll never know why the good ones always go to heaven. Why can't the bad one go? Lots of confusion. I don't know. My kids are kind of back in the back screaming and kind of throwing my mind off. But hopefully I was able to convey my thoughts about this song to you guys. That's the end of this video. Dave's out.